home. And the first one is one that I own and I've used, and I'll tell you my story in a second, but it's called Bish's Original Tear Mender. So this is the only airing of the day, and I will tell you this product is absolutely amazing. Why? Because you can get a quick fix on virtually anything. I don't care if it's leather, I don't care if it's a belt loop, if it's a pocketbook, if it's a shoe. If you have a tear, you can fix it in 3 minutes. In fact, you can wash this stuff in, it sets up in 15 minutes, and you can actually wash the jeans and it will not wash out. So why was it created? Well, listen, hey, listen, if I lived with a seamstress and she could sew things for me, but you know, it's me and Danny at home, we're not gonna be sitting there with needle and thread, so we can utilize this for virtually anything. Quick repairs, and we are doing today, I've never sold this before, I've always sold the little travel. This is the giant. Look at the jug of stuff. This is enough to last you probably at least a year, maybe more and more and more. And I'll tell you, it does an incredible job. It's $19.95, shipping's only $3, and lovely Carrie Mobley's here, and she's gonna show you how it works. Let me tell you, and I'll tell you my quick story. So I had this rug, it was an area rug, right? And I love this rug, but it had a sewn-in border on the outside that, you know, just finished it off. It was like a finishing piece, and it was coming apart, and I'm like, I'm not, what am I gonna bring this rug to a place to have it fixed? It's a giant rug. Who does that? So I opened up the seam and I put the tear mender on either side and I closed it together and I waited the 3 minutes. That was 2 years ago, and it's never come apart.
Permanent.
So I can tell you it's a great product. I know you have lots of things to show.
It's definitely permanent, right? It stays flexible, the care stays the same, so whenever you are going to do something, just know that if it was dry clean, you can still dry clean it. You're gonna be able to use this on all fabrics and leather, and I'm just gonna get right into it. We've got, you know, a pair of jeans here, and we love our trusty old jeans, but sometimes, you know, we get a problem here with the pocket. What else are you gonna do? Try to get a needle and thread through that?
Right, yeah, and this is heavy denim. That's like 3-4 layers of denim. You're gonna break your finger or poke yourself trying to do that with a needle.
I'm just gonna use my finger, and because it's just the best tool. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put it on the pocket. And it's non-toxic, so you don't have to worry about whether or not it's gonna, you know, cause any problems or have an odor. And check this out, it's still gonna stay flexible. You can wear this in 3 minutes. You can wash it in 15. And again, I mean, it's a nickel a repair with this nice large bottle.
Does it just disappear? I don't have to worry about staining or anything, right?
Listen, and even on your countertops and stuff, it just crumbs right off. It'll just come right off. And look at, you can see here, this is all it's gonna do.
It just rolls up into a little ball.
Crumbs up, isn't that cool?
That is awesome. You know, the key to this product that I figured out after watching all the demos over the years is that it actually becomes almost part of the fabric. That's the difference. It's not like, you know, like there's the paste glue that the little kids use and it basically cakes up and it doesn't stretch. This is stretchy. It's like a stretchy adhesive that actually works with the fabric.
Right, so it stays flexible. You know, again, with a belt loop even, how are you gonna get something through this? But you know, we all use our belt loops to pull our pants up. Staple it.
Hey, I'm probably not the first person that did that. You stapled something. Don't do that. Use this. And again, we can wash this, right?
Yes, you can wash it, and even on leather, for example, it's not gonna stick to the parts of the leather that you're gonna see. It'll only do the fiber. So you can see, remember, I have 4 boys, right? And 2 of them are baseball players. They use the heck out of their gloves, but what are you gonna take this to a leather repair? It's a baseball glove. But all I'm gonna do is just take my finger,
put it on the inside,
and work it on the inside and seal it down. And now this is gonna give you permanent fixes. And it's not gonna stick to the outside of the leather. It's just gonna crumb right off.
I love the fact that it works on different fabrics, because you would think that leather would not be a good one, good candidate, but it works on leather, it works on vinyl, it works on canvas. If you have a tear in a tent, if you have a tear in a pair of jeans on a bathing suit, because remember, it can go in the water. Once you let it cures in like 15 minutes. I give it a half an hour just because I'm like, you know, that's the way I am. It's just a little safe than sorry. So I put it in, but I find that the key, and what I did and what Carrie has shown me, or Jerry, when Jerry is here, is to put it on both surfaces. So if, in other words, if you've got a hem, put it on the inside and then put it on the other side that it's gonna stick to. It soaks into the fabric, and then the two sides stick together, and it really, really works well that way.
Gives you a great permanent bond. You know, this is another perfect example. We have a pair of pants here, right? Oh yeah, crafters. Keep that in mind too. Look at how easy this is. And again, it's permanent. We've got, you know, easy here when we have little, you know, decals and stuff that we want to put on. Even your bag, what this is going to do is it's going to give you more utility out of your stuff. You're going to get more wear. You can fix your leather goods. And
you don't have to wait.
No, 3 minutes?
I mean, honestly, think about this, ladies. If you're going out and maybe a strap on your shoe or sandal, right, all of a sudden tore, what would your options be if you got to be out of there pretty quick? There's nothing you can do, right? You'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to change my shoes. Or if it's your favorite handbag, I got to change my handbag. If you got 3 minutes, you can wear the same item. You can fix it that quickly, and literally, it's literally anything. I love doing it on patches. You know, I do a lot of hiking. I've been hiking in the mountains and stuff like that, and I try to get, you know, one of the U.S. Forest Service patches from each place that I hike at. I just love them. So if you're going to put those on jackets and things, because that's usually what I would put a patch on, is just jackets, hiking jackets and stuff like that. You don't have to use a needle and thread, and it works, and it doesn't wash out.
All right, so here we have a thread on a button, and you and I both know that if we were to pull this thread, our button's coming off, how are we even gonna see to get it through these tiny little holes? Watch what you can do with Tear Mender. You just put a little bit on a toothpick. And you just kind of work it into the fibers here. Right. Super easy. You can even use your finger if you want, but you know, I like to use a toothpick. And then all you have to do is get a pair of scissors and snip it off, and look, problem solved.
Look at that.
A nickel a repair. I mean, this is stuff that you would spend a lot of money going into, you know, to the seamstress to fix some of these things, even like with the denim. Yeah,
and I want to remind you, for 20 bucks, you get this bottle. This is the 16 ounce, the 1 pound bottle of this stuff, and I'm telling you, I have a container that big, and I've had mine for a year, and there's about an inch left in it. This stuff goes a long way. You just use a little bit. And listen, you know, hey, if you need to have things professionally sewn, go ahead and do that, and then you'll wait a week. That's fine, and some people do that. But when you need to make the repair yourself, when it's your kids going, I want to wear those jeans, or you know, or your grandkids come over and they want you to do something for them, you can do it very easily, and it's an invisible repair. You don't see it. You know, you can see things stitched, but it's an invisible repair. So people are wondering, is it strong?
Yes. Okay, so this is a cinder block, and this was done years ago. Yeah, look at this.
Where we glued it.
This has been done for years. Again, it's still nice and flexible, but it's permanent and it's strong. Check this out. Oh, now this is the power of Tear Mender. How strong is this? It was invented in 1932. It's been around for a long time, so it's got some great history to it. It's really easy to use. It's fast and simple. You know, the style right now is to have these kind of cuffed jeans. You can make it permanent. All you would have to do is get some Tear Mender in there. So you can do it to actually hem the jeans if you want them to be shorter, or if you want to do this just for a style, all you have to do is get it in there. So I'll just put a little bit down, and like I said, it's totally non-toxic, so I always use my finger. A little goes a long way, and then you just take it and work it into, like you said, especially on denim, you know, you work it into both sides of it, and then all you have to do is press it down.
That's how simple it is.
You can wear it in 3 minutes, you can wash it in 15, and look at the way it stays nice and flexible. It almost, like you said earlier, it becomes part of the clothing.
Carrie, show the shoe, because I love this demonstration with the shoe. And ladies, you know, if you get something nicked or caught in your leather, and you're like, it's ruined, right? There's nothing I can do about it. It looks terrible. But if you could just sort of make that little tear disappear, and what we're doing, and you see what Carrie's doing, right? A little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom, and then you fold that down, and let me tell you, and then the excess wipes away.
See, it just crumbs right off.
And then when you pull back, you'll see you would barely, if not, notice that, right? And of course, it's a white shoe, so it's you know, on a darker shoe, you wouldn't see anything.
Absolutely.
But you've just saved a $100, $150 pair of shoes. So here it is how to use again. And we always tell you, put it on a plate or you can put it on a counter because it's going to come right off. And then just dab a little on and apply it. You apply it on the both surfaces where it's going to stick and where it's going to stick too. And then you just seal it down and you give it about 15 minutes. That's what I do. I give it 15 to 20 minutes. If you're in a hurry, you can give it 3 or 4 minutes and it'll stick. I just wouldn't pull on it. But once you give it that amount of time, you know, 15, 20 minutes, it's a permanent fix. You won't be able to wash it out. You won't be able to pull it out or peel it out. It's unbelievable. And remember, we're giving you the 1 pound size. This is the largest size that we carry. And what's nice too is the company that owns this is actually a nonprofit company, so it's kind of
Lighthouse
cool.
for the Blind.
Yeah,
right. So you're doing a good thing and getting all kinds of repairs.
I love that. All right, show me one more thing.
Yeah, I love this because we have all had that shoelace. Again, with 4 boys, I always have this problem. And I don't want to go out and get some new shoelaces. I just don't. I got other things to buy. So all I'm doing is using a little bit of tear mender and just kind of working it into the end. And then same thing as I did before. You just kind of trim off the end of it. Boop. Let me get it in there real good.
Yeah, you just need better scissors.
And then look at this.
You need the scissor mender.
This is
Sorry.
I'm going to work on that,
Yeah.
yes.
No,
there
but
we
that's
go.
done.
Yep, a nice permanent fix
Yeah.
to that. And really all over the table, you can see things that we can repair. Belts, you know, it's perfect for the leather on belts.
You got a tie that maybe the little thing in the back came off, or if you've got problems with your kids' shorts, or you want to, bedazzle something or put patches on, you can do that. It's $19.95. I believe this is the only airing of the day, so if you want to pick up the jumbo size, I'm telling you, use this on carpeting, use it on industrial repairs too. It really, really works. It saved me a ton on that carpet because I was going to have to throw that away because it was coming apart. So take advantage of it. It's 473-409. Great job as always, Miss Kieran. Yeah, go ahead. Keep fixing stuff. I want to remind everybody, coming up a little bit, I had this air purifier on with, it was probably about a week or so ago.